Welcome to Module 1, the prelude. So as the name implies, the prelude is everything you do between when you get the call, being invited for the interview, and the interview D-Day. So let's jump right into it. The first lesson I would want to cover here is your resume. So before you even get a call, chances are you already have a resume. And if you're looking to get a job, then you must have a resume, even if you have 50 years of work experience. You do need a resume in the right format that will summarize all your accomplishments, all your skill sets, and allow a potential employer to validate that you are an ideal candidate for the role. So you need to have an irresistible resume that people would want to read, that's not too long or too boring, that's just the perfect length, that has just the right amount of information, and it's in the right format. So I know that format varies from country to country, so make sure that you work on your resume, because you only get that initial one chance to either intrigue them and get them interested in you, or you miss it completely. I've also included some tips on resume format, so make sure you have a look at it, and there's tons of information on the internet for that. So make sure you have your irresistible resume. The next thing you need to do is know your resume. Like, there's no point having all this information on a piece of paper and you just don't know it. You don't want to be at an interview trying to read through your resume. No, know your resume, practice it over and over again till you know every single bit of information that you've put in there. You also need to have some numbers. Numbers are always a big seller. Talk about percentages, increases that you made, quotas that you surpassed, and things like that. It makes you sound more valuable to a potential employer. And always turn your tasks into accomplishments. So I know that you've probably seen this where, people just reel out, I did this and I did that and I did that. Oh, I attended meetings, or I attended weekly meetings, or I sent out reports. It doesn't really help anybody. You should focus on turning those tasks into accomplishments by saying things like, I created a framework for meeting process within the organization, and that reduced the amount of time that the organization spent on meetings by 50%. You see how that sounds a lot better than you just saying, I attended meetings, or I made my meetings more effective or efficient. They want to know how and what the overall outcome and impact was on the organization. So learn how to turn your tasks into accomplishments.